So here we have three of our Spey Camp guides, our Confluence Outfitters guides here that help with Spey Camp. Gino Bernero is the owner of this property. He's our host and our head guide here at Spey Camp. We have Randy Hamann, Brian Kohlman. Why don't you guys tell us just briefly some of your favorite things about Spey Camp? Gino?
Being in the moment, relaxing, looking at the beautiful river. Really at the end of the day for us, it's everything you see here is just the result of our hard work and putting together something that we think will appeal to, certain clientele. And so for us, this is the reward.
For me, I'd say it's just the experience. Kind of, piggybacking on what Gino said, there's a lot of hard work that goes into this, and the experience is second to none. It's amazing. The food is amazing. The camp is amazing. Fishing is great. It's all about the experience to me.
I would have to say the river. The camp is first class. There's nothing to be taken away from the camp, but this is one of the finest rivers probably in the lower 48 that you can access readily with a jet boat. And there are other people out here, but you can find your own water and find peace and quiet and occasionally find a fish. It's a beautiful place to be.
This river, it's the area where we're at, it's like a wilderness area. It's not officially a wilderness area, but as you're driving around today, what did we see? We saw black bear, we saw sea lions, we saw caught steelhead.
Yeah, the Klamath River is the second largest drainage in Northern California, and probably the third largest drainage in the western United States, with the exception, maybe fourth, when you think of the Columbia, but I digress. Our camp is located on Starwin Riffle, which is the third riffle above tidewater. The Klamath historically was touted as the third largest salmon fishery on the west coast, or specifically the lower 48. It's a superhighway. You have multiple species of anadromous fish that swim through here. The species that we're targeting, are summer steelhead and fall run steelhead. Our camp starts in September and goes through mid-October, so we kind of get the best of all of the summer steelhead runs. And because of the size of the drainage with the Scott, the salmon, the main stem, not to mention the Trinity and Blue Creek and other tributaries, it's a superhighway. Overused expression, but it quite literally is. And our camp water, if I had to stand in one spot, for, a morning's fishing without being concerned about covering copious amounts of water, it could be right in our home water right here at Starwin, because every fish that's coming out of the ocean that's 5 miles away has to swim right by me. That said, I have a short attention span, and so getting into a jet boat and covering lots of water is something that is part of how we approach our fishing.
I was just going to add that on any given day, guiding down here, we might cover 2 or 3 miles of river if we find fish are concentrated in a given area, but we have the ability with the jet boats to cover up to about 24, 25 miles worth of river and hunt down fish if the fishing's a little skinny or scratchy. There's just so many runs and riffles between here and 20 miles upstream from here that's I don't think there's definitely no rivers that I'm aware of that match it as far as fly fishing, high quality riffle and run type river that lends itself to fishing on the swing with a spey rod or with a single-handed rod if that's your thing. But quality of the water, the quantity of the water is pretty much unmatched in the lower 48.